Welcome, 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 welcome. Everybody, you are welcome. Let everybody begin to join. It's 1 o'clock already. Let everybody begin to join. Wherever, don't scroll past. Connect with us. Let's enjoy story time with Darasimi together. All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Anywhere you are listening to us from all over the world, be it Asia, be it um, the North America, be it Australia, be it Europe, be it the UK, Nigeria, Africa generally, or wherever you are listening to us from. This is the Story Time with Darasimi show, and we want to welcome you to the show again today. Here we bring to you premium content that has to do with book reviews, um, storytelling, something valuable that can help your life, help your business, help your ministry, help uh, uh, everything that you do. And currently, we have been discussing for the past about 14 episodes of the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. 21 irrefutable laws of leadership by John C. Maxwell. I think it is at this point I want to say that we highly recommend that you get the book from any accredited dealers or wherever you are, or you can reach out to them. To the publishers. Just if you don't have maybe an accredited bookstore wherever you are. But 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by Johnson Maxwell is one to have in your library. You cannot afford not to have it in your library. So it is on this note I want to welcome with me on the show Darasimi. Darasimi, you are welcome on the show
Thank
today.
you.
All right. I am your host, Pastor ATM, and with Darasimi, we are going to be doing this together. Darasimi is our reviewer, and she has done an excellent job for the past 14 episodes. I want you to go ahead and watch our previous episodes so that you can catch up. We have discussed various laws, law of process, law of delete, law of is a relationship now. We have discussed a lot of laws of leadership as espoused by John C. Maxwell. So please go ahead and rewatch some of these episodes. But today we are going to be discussing a very important law of leadership. But just before we jump into that, Darasimi, can you say a word of welcome to everyone watching you all over the world?
I want to thank you all for coming today, from every part of the world. If it's good evening, afternoon, morning, I want to thank you all for just joining today. I'm really happy that you're supporting us in everything, and we hope you'll be blessed again, and God will bless you continuously in Jesus'
Can,
name.
can you speak a little bit louder or check your microphone? I seem not to be hearing you audibly. But can you hear me
Um,
very well?
yes.
Oh, good. All right. So, everyone watching us, just before I hand over to Darasimi to start the review, please drop a comment, like this live stream, share it to people within your contact space and all, and put it on your status, share it on Facebook, anywhere. Just ensure that people that you know also benefit from this. Whether you are watching us on Facebook or you are watching us on YouTube. All right. Today we are discussing the law of victory. Victory. All right, that's it. Let me hand over to you to do justice to the law of victory.
Thank you. As you already said, today we'll be talking about the law of victory. And I would like this today show to be a little bit more interactive. because I feel like it's better if it's more interactive. So we'll act as if it's a conversation between me and Pastor ETN. Now, before we start, I would like to ask, what is a victorious leader? No, you don't necessarily because there's somebody that doesn't ever lose. No, what is a victorious leader? So before we start, I would like to know, Pastor ETN, the meaning of a victorious leader to you. Can you hear me? A victorious leader. Okay. Pastor ETN, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. So as I was saying, I said that I would like today to be a little more interactive. So I was asking before I started, what is a victorious leader to you? Who is a victorious
The
leader?
problem I have is that your voice seems a little bit low. I don't know if it is my environment or maybe your microphone or something, because your voice seems very low.
Hmm. I said today I want it to be a little bit more interactive, and I said that before we said that what's the meaning of a victorious leader? Who is a victorious leader to you?
Why are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a problem with me. Please just go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. Well, before I continue the review, I would like to say that a victorious leader is somebody that somebody that has that unwillingness to know. He doesn't want anything to do with losing or failure. He always wants to know, continue going and going and going. Even then, if there is obstacles, he always want to keep going and going and going. So that is what is victorious leader to me. But in the book, he says a victorious leader is someone that doesn't accept defeat, and the opposite to win is actually totally unacceptable to them. As a result, they always figure out what to do to, to achieve victory. No matter what happens, they always want to figure out how to achieve victory. Failure is never their portion, never want it. And even the people that have leadership skill, they should still be have that opinion that I don't want to be losing. I want to achieve victory wherever I want to do. I want to achieve victory. And Winston Churchill is a really good example of that because he showed a lot of victory because when during World War II, when the Nazis Germany, they would talk then they would be like they would throw nuclear bombs and all of that. He didn't let that take him down. He gave motivational speech to the country. He made the country believe that they are strengthened and they have the power enough to attack back and win it. So what and they won it, but the thing there is that kept having that faith that they are going to win. Even when there were a lot of nuclear military, he still told the people that this is just something that we are going to win. He kept giving speeches that will encourage the people, that will encourage the soldiers that will go to the battlefield. And that's how a victorious leader to be. There are more victorious leaders than that, but this is just the one we picked out today. He didn't allow them take it, no, because they were seeing things or they were throwing bombs at him. He didn't allow that take even in a normal day life. If you are not going to any counseling or anything, you should still be like, maybe let's say you're in school, let's say somebody's school now and you're getting bullied. I know it's not very easy. It's not really actually. It's not really an easy thing to do, but we just have to keep praying that God to give us that courage to be able to stand up for ourselves and to not be taken down by people who don't even know that in their immaturity is making us cry or their immaturity is making us feel insecure about ourselves. No, that's not right. You can feel sad, but you should don't take it to mind, and it will be another bigger problem as well. And that's really even in a normal day life, that should you should always want to achieve victory as well. You should not only want to achieve victory when maybe you want to do a test, you want to do an exam, you want to get a job. No, every day, even if you want to cook, you be like this food must be good. If you want to clean the house, you clean it to be sparkling clean. Everything you want to do, you must always want to achieve victory because that's where it starts from. And when you keep doing like that, some bigger decision, you start seeing that everything you want to do, that failure just makes you irritated. It makes you feel sick when you talk about defeat or failure. You just add that unwillingness to accept defeat. You want to keep going to achieve victory. And that's what it means by victorious leader. Now, now that we have explained what a victorious leader is, I would like to talk about the aim, about what as a victorious and what should you have in your inner circle, what should you have in between you. And this is to be a victorious leader, you have one aim. Victory at all costs. I already said it. At any spite of error, victory, however long it takes, how hard the road is, victory, victory, victory all the time. And it says, and this, and Winston Churchill says, victory, however long and hard the road may be, for without victory, there is no victory. And this is Winston Churchill's own word. He said that without without victory, there is no victory. If just a little, there should be full victory in 100 folds. And this is the kind of mindset a victorious leaders need. A victorious leader need. They should always have that mindset that victory, victory, victory at all costs. Victory. You always want victory, no matter what, no matter what. Okay. Now, and to be a victorious leader as well, you have to have victorious people. Not even not doesn't have to technically be leaders, but victorious people, victorious leader, victorious businessmen, businesswomen, people like that should be in your inner circle because you can learn from them and they can learn from you as well. And as a victorious leader, you don't accept anything less. It's always victory and victory and victory. You don't never accept anything less. Always victory. Because nobody can stand against victory. And you yourself has to be sure that this is my aim. Victory at all costs. Victory in spite of the terror. Victory, victory, victory every time. And when the pressure is on, great leader, that's when they are their best. How do I put it? When there's trouble, when there's pressure on them, let us put it like that. When there's pressure on them, that's the only way they can. That's when they become their best. Because whatever inside them that comes out, it comes out. It shows that it matters the way you act around when there's pressure upon you, the way you act. That's the way that really matter, not when they're just small something. When there's a lot of pressure, like Mr. Church, when it was you have to make some very, very, very big decisions. So that's why you have to be at your best, even when but the most that when there's pressure on you, you always bring out the best yourself. You not bring out the worst yourself, and you just become very scared. You even be scared for your own life. No, you're supposed to put the country first, because that is your aim as a president. And as a victorious leader, you have to have some views that every victorious leaders need. The first one is leadership. Leadership is a responsible role. It's not just a careless. You are supposed to be a responsible person to be a leader. You can't be careless. You can't just do things anyhow you want. You have to be responsible. And losing is unacceptable to you, even to anybody really. Losing should be unacceptable. We never want to accept it. Losing is not something you should accept. When you lose, don't not take it on somebody. No, you be like, okay, since I lose now, I'm going to keep practicing. I'm going to keep doing this until I get better. You will not make it, you will not accept that defeat, you will not accept that losing. And that position is unquenchable. It's not no when you're thirsty, you want to drink something. No, it's a passion, you're the passion for it. It's something you have in you. It's not something that someone just enjoys in you. It's something that you just feel like it's your calling. You feel like it's something you have to do that if you don't do it, there's nothing else you cannot do. That's the kind of views a leader should have. And creativity, you have to be creative because when there's pressure on you, there are some things that you may not be able to follow protocols with it. You have to be able to do something stupid. So you have to be very creative, your mind, your body, everything. You have to be very creative as well. And commitment. is unquenchable. You have to be committed to what you are doing. You have to love it to be able to do it. You have to have that passion in you. That is why passion is unquenchable. You have to have that commitment, and victory is inevitable. You always have to, at the victory leader, obviously, the first thing that should even come to your mind is victory is inevitable. Victory, you always have to be victorious as a victorious leader. And with this mindset, you can embrace the vision and approach the challenges with the result to take people to victory. When you have these views, when you have this vision, you'll be able to approach pressure, you'll be able to approach, consequences without failing. You'll be able to embrace it, and you'll be able to bring the people, you'll be able to bring the country to victory. And that is how a victorious leader, that is this is the views that victorious leader to have. They should be able to be responsible. Losing is unacceptable. Passion is unquenchable. Creativity is essential. Quitting is even unthinkable. I did not say that one. And that's where committed comes in as well. As a leader, you can never quit. Quitting is not something you ever want. That's just it. You can never quit. As soon as you put that oath, you can never quit because commitment is unquestionable. So quitting, you should not even think about quitting one bit like this. Even if there's pressure, you should just think that you are not quitting. And those are the views that will be able to bring your people, your country, your organization to victory if you have these views in mind. Now we have three components of victory. And I'm going to be using a lot of basketball illustration here, so we'll just have to use it like that. And the first one in the three components of victory. This is not talking about victory, this is talking about victory itself. Because it's about the law of victory, really. So the three components of victory. The first one is unity of vision. Unity of vision. So let's put this illustration like this. Let's say there was a group of talented kids, and one was junior. It was a junior class, like junior group, and the other was a basketball. But they're supposed to be a senior group, but they're supposed to play at the same team. But they could not work together. Why? Because they didn't want to. They be like, it's too old for us, or he or she is too young for us. So the coach tried to work on them, but he just gave up on them really because, and he split them into different courts. But the outcome after they kept playing separately, because they are talented people, and talented people are supposed to work together. And the reason why the outcome was terrible that the people in the team, they did not share a common vision. They did not share a common vision. And that's why it caused a bad vision. So they wanted to play for their fellow classmates, not the team. That is where the problem is. So no matter how much talent or potential there is, a team doesn't win the championship if its players are working in different agendas. And this is true in professional sports, businesses, and non-profit. You should always have to have the same agenda to be able to work together. Talented or not talented, you should always have same vision, same agendas. So that is the first component of victory. Okay. Now we'll talk about the second one, diversity of skills. Diversity of skills. Every organization really needs this because why? You can't have a bank full of accountants. You can't have a hotel full of cleaners, and you can't have a football team full of goalkeepers. A business full of only salespeople. There's no CEO, there's no manager, there's no receptionist, there's no person that will be sparking something. I don't know what you call them. There will not be backbone and all of that. And when there's it's not actually going to work because let's say a football team. Now I want you to football team. So when it's a football team, you need the center, We need the defender. You need a lot of things. So you cannot just have a football team that's only goalkeeper. That's not even, you cannot even call them a football team anymore. Because there's no point of it, because the goalkeeper job is just to catch the ball and don't allow the other team. So who's going to be kicking the ball inside the net? And this comes to, let's talk about it in businesses and organizations. Let's put it in like a church. When we say there's a church and there's only members there, who's going to preach to the members? Who's going to clean the place? Who is going to bring the pot for the when you pay your tithe? Who's going to be the who's going to be the choir? So you have to be very careful. So now that you know, you should never overlook the importance of a team, no matter how small it is. You should never overlook the importance of a team, because if you know, if you just have a cleaner, that cleaner, just try it out. If you remove your cleaner from your workplace, who you think is you? Maybe you there, you're the CEO. Are you going to be the same person that will clean the floor? That even takes away your honor of the place. You will not be like, look at this CEO cleaning. Sometimes there are some things that you're not supposed to do when as you're growing in what do you call it, in title, as you grow in wisdom, all of that. So now that you know, you should never overlook the importance of your team. You should always respect your team. And now that you know this, when you get to your workplace, you should just appreciate everybody. Maybe you're a team leader, or they gave you a project to do and you're kind of the leader. Just like maybe before you start your meeting, you'll be like, I thank all of you for coming, and I really appreciate that all of you have the time to come and do this. Just appreciate them, and you see that they will even like you more, and they will be able to talk to you more, because they see that you are very appreciating, and you're not just scolding them all the time, shouting on them that you're not doing the right thing. And you're not doing the right thing, talk to them properly and treat them properly. Now, the third one, it says a leader dedicated to victory and reason, and with a leader dedicated to victory and reason, and raising players to their potential. Now I'm going to read in this part. It says you require leadership to achieve victory. If you have a group of diverse athletes, but if you have a very talented group of diverse athletes, even if you have a diversity of skills in your group, unity of vision, it takes a leader to provide the motivation they need, the empowerment they need, the direction to win. It requires a leader. It's not the player that will be encouraging themselves. It's not a player that will be encouraging, motivating himself. It doesn't work that way. So all these things, they need to be joined together. You can't just take one out of it and just be like, no. You have to, you need a leader so you can have the best athletes. You already have good, diverse athletes. But when you now have a leader, you have great, best athletes, because they have a leader. When they fail, you'll be able to motivate them. Maybe because of this, then you can tell them to work harder in it. Not them not be like, I should have done better. You should be like, no. You should take some, you take some responsibility, and you can have the best artist, but if you don't have good leadership, they are going to lose lots of them, because they don't have motivation, they don't have direction, they don't have the empowerment. There's nobody to encourage them really. And he works in business places same as that. He works in schools, he works in anywhere really. So you have to have a leader to have the best of the best, not the good of the good. No, you have to have the best. And as a victor, that you always want to have the best in your team. You always have to have the best in your organization. In everything you do, you always want to have the best. And leaders who practice the law of victory, nothing less is not, you cannot accept anything less than victory. And they have no plan B. They always want to achieve victory. This is why you need to keep fighting. You need to continue to win. You always have to fight to achieve victory. Victory, victory, victory at all costs. And what you have to get from there is that as a victorious leader, you always have to get victory at all costs, and you cannot get anything less. It's unacceptable. And as well, you have to always be committed to what you do. And even this is not even a leadership thing now. In anything you do, you have to do something because you love it, not just because you want to do it. You have to do something because you love it. Maybe as your career, don't just go and choose something because you want money. I don't say you to get a low job, but at least get something I know that you can do it all day. I'm like my mom now, she loves cooking. Even if she's tired, that's the kind of job you want that even if you are tired, you still want to do it. It's the thing that calms you down. I mean now, cooking, it's not really my thing, but at least I would love to do something. Reading, I can do it even when I'm tired. I can, there's some things that you just know, even if you are tired, you still want to do it. So that's the kind of things we have to do. Not as I'm not even giving a leadership something like just something you do in a normal day, and that's just what it's talking about. And I want to thank you all for coming today, and I hope everything I said you to do, you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to appreciate the people in your team. You'll be able to want to achieve victory at all cost. Thank you.
Thank you. The law of victory. The law of victory. It's about you not taking a no for an answer, having the right mentality towards uh, victory. Can you hear me? You can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's like echoing, and I cannot hear you properly.
Oh, okay, okay. So, thank you, Darasimi, for this review, the law of victory. Learn to treat your people well, give them the right motivation, give them the right orientation. Let their mentality align with yours when it comes to victory. There is no room for losing, there is no room for giving up, there is no room for quitting. It is victory and victory. The time is not over until we win. That's the right mentality. Thank you, Darcy, once again. And thank you to everyone who has joined with us on the show again today. If you are not already following us, kindly do so. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly do so. Until we come your way again next week, the same time. Please stay blessed and have a wonderful rest of the weekend.
Bye.
Bye.